of Allegiance.
This meeting is being recorded.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty. All right, Council. Approval of minutes, December 10th, 2025, open session. Is there a motion? Is there a second? All in favor? Any opposed? None. Motion passes. December 10th, 2025, closed session. Is there a motion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. December 18th, 2025, open session. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Okay. Motion passes. Any opposed? Motion passes. December 18th, 2025, closed session. Is there a motion? Is there all in favor? Motion passes. Okay. Motion to open to the public for anyone to speak. 3 minutes limit. Is there a motion to open to the public? All in favor? Motion passes. All right. Anyone would like to step up to the mic and say anything you want to say? This is your opportunity. We do have another meeting coming up, so you can speak then too. All right. Just state your name and the town you're from.
Yeah.
Hey. That's a nice start. Yes.
I'll try to make it as nice.
Sure.
Josephine Higgins, Woodcook Lake. Just two things. One, the resolution 2624. I should put my glasses on. It's the ADA for the bathrooms. I'm really glad to see that we're going.
For the next meeting.
That's for the next meeting.
Yeah, Mayor,
That's all. This is
that's we have two meetings. We have to.
Reorg.
I'm sorry.
That's for the reorg
What's
meeting.
this
Right now, we're
meeting?
doing
This is a sign dine.
silent die. We have to close out a couple of
Oh, okay.
bills and stuff from
Fine.
last year.
Okay,
that's
no
all right.
problem, no problem.
But
No.
all good.
All right. Okay, motion to close to the public? Is there a second? All in favor? Motion passes. All right, the engineer's report is in your packet. Hopefully, everybody got a chance to review it. Want to add something?
No, just, Debbie, do we want to add this to the,
To
Yes.
the consent.
To the consent.
to this meeting?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
do that now?
Yeah.
So if we can have a motion to add to the consent agenda, a resolution approving a license agreement for the use of 300 Chestnut Ridge Road by a fire department and/or police department for January 8th. It's a hold harmless and indemnification that we're providing for them, allowing us to use the property for that specific date.
I'm sorry, Mr. Catino, I may add, the police department might be on a different date. If we could just say
Oh.
that
The
the 8th
agreement-
is definitely, because the
Yeah.
fire department's already submitted their date.
So then and then also at another date that
At
may
another
be
date
determined.
to be confirmed. And for anyone who has any questions, this is the BMW building that's going to be coming down as part of the whole redevelopment. The new owners are allowing our emergency services to use it for training. So we would need to have an agreement with them for that.
So is there a motion to add to the consent? Motion to add to the consent.
All in favor? Any opposed? None. Motion passes. Motion on the consent agenda as amended? All in favor? None opposed. Motion passes. Motion to adjourn the sign dine meeting. All in favor? None. Motion passes. Thank you. All right, now we move on to the second meeting.
The important,
Yeah.
one everybody's here for.
Oh, there's a color guard here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
They're ready for you.
Oh, we have to do it. All right.
All right, present, forward, march. Quincy Keller.
Okay. Please be seated. Oh, not yet. Gonna open up the meeting. I gotta open up the meeting first. Just going to open up the meeting. Notice on this meeting, in accordance with Open Public Meetings Law 1975, C-231, has been posted at Borough Hall and two newspapers, and the Record and the Ridgewood News have been notified. All right, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Marsh, Mr. Pollak, would you like to have your kids lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Yeah, bring them up.
Ready?
All right.
Turn around. States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. As we move on with our agenda, I'd just like to take a moment to remember Mr. Paul Bechtel, our fire official who passed away right before the holidays. Paul was an integral member of our community, was the former owner of the library, bought the library in 1972, was pretty much involved in our community for so many years. He passed away recently, so we'd like to have a moment of silence for Paul. Please join us. Thank you. Okay, invocation led by Rabbi Monosov and Rabbi, Rabbi Dove's not here. Yosef, come on up. Yeah.
Mayor Renzo and Town Council, I'm honored to be here tonight to be able to celebrate 2026 and the Town Council for this coming term. As always, I find great joy in this moment of watching the reorganization and celebrating our leadership. It lines up so well with where we are in our Torah. As a Jewish people, we are just beginning the book of Exodus. The book of Exodus sets the story of who the Israelites are living in Egypt and eventually being freed from Egypt. But really, the book of Exodus is about building a people, building a nation. It's about having one cause, which is finding out who they are and what they need to be a strong group together. And they work hard to build a holy home for God in the book of Exodus. And that's what you as Town Council does. You have one mission, which is strengthening and building Woodcliff Lake, looking out for the town and the community, and doing the work so that we can live in peace and harmony. And with that one mission, that is what guides you to strength. And we pray to God that through the months that you work together, you can find the goodness that exists in the world, work together, united, no matter what our disparate beliefs are or where we stand on whatever end of the political spectrum or the religious spectrum. We are all brought together for our love for this town, and we ask God to bless you, bless this town, bless our police force, our fire, and our EMS, and bring us goodness in this new town council and this new year.
Almighty God, creator of heaven and earth, source of all wisdom and blessing, as we gather here this evening to start the new year, at a moment of transition in our borough, pause to express gratitude, the freedoms we enjoy, the stability in our community, and the opportunity to come together for the public good. We ask that you bless our leaders who are assuming responsibility tonight. Grant our mayor, the council officials, and everyone who serves in our community with wisdom integrity, patience, and humility. May the decisions be guided by the clarity of purpose, respect for all, and sincere commitment to the welfare of each resident. Bless the residents of Woodcliff Lake and the people of New Jersey with health, safety, and peace. May our homes be filled with warmth and our neighborhoods with trust and our public spaces with cooperation and mutual respect, even when our opinions differ. In a world often marked by division, uncertainty, inspire us to choose understanding over discord, responsibility over indifference, and unity over fragmentation. Help us remember that strong communities are not built only through policy and leadership, but through kindness, civic responsibility, and care for one another. May the coming year be one of growth, stability, and blessing, the borough, and all who call it home. And let us say amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now this is the moment everybody's been waiting for. We welcome Bergen County Commissioner Tracy Zer, a former Woodcliff Lake resident. Thank you for coming. Nice seeing you again. And the first person to get sworn in is Nicole Marsh. Councilwoman?
Commissioner Tom Sullivan.
Oh,
As
and
her
Tom
family
Sullivan.
comes up, Mayor, if I may.
Yeah.
I just want to first of all say Happy New Year to everyone. And I'm so excited to be here, partially because I geekily love reorganizations. It's this time where we turn the page, we start anew, and we rededicate ourselves to service. And that is exactly, Ben and Nikki both have tenaciously worked on this council, have been such good stewards for this community, have gone not only door to door like multiple times during this last year, but connect with our residents in real ways every single day. And that's what this board does up here. It's not always the most glamorous work, but it is the work that in collaboration with the community, with the volunteers, with the first responders, and with each other, they really do make such a tremendous impact. And as one who grew up in this town, I'm looking at the pictures of the Tices as I'm standing here. This community is so special because of each and every one of you. And I'm so grateful that they have stood up here to continue to serve. So who is going to hold the door for you? Come on up, Will. I should have known. Okay. You all want to come up? Raise your right hand. Yeah. I, Nicole Marsh, do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties as a council member in the borough of Woodcliff Lake, according to the best of my ability. Congratulations. You did so. All right, good.
Okay, I'd like to welcome another Bergen County Commissioner, our good friend, Tom Sullivan. Come on up to swear in Mr. Benjamin Pollock. How you doing, my friend? You got the, oh. He has it.
I just want to send greetings to Woodcliff Lake. Guys, hope you have a great and healthy coming year and work together and get things done. So I'm going to swear Ben in now. Ready? Yep. Okay. I, Benjamin Pollock,
I, Benjamin Pollock,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of a council member
as a council member
of the Borough of Woodcliff Lake
for the Borough of Woodcliff Lake
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Honor guard, retire colors.
Let's see. Sure. The fellow. Right shoulder, move. Right face. Forward, march. Left. Left.
Thank you. Please be seated. Okay, before we move ahead with tonight's agenda, I'd just like to say a few words. It's been an honor for me to work with Ben and Nikki over the last 3 years. Running for office is never easy, but getting reelected is even harder. So, it's a tough job, but they're really volunteering their time for the Borough of Woodcliff Lake, and they put all their heart and soul into their work. And the fact that they get reelected means that they're doing a really good job. I've worked together with them throughout the last 3 years, and I thank you for your service to the community, and I look forward to continuing working with you for the next I don't know if I'm going to be here in the next 3 years, for at least for the next 2 years for me. So before we move ahead, I'd like to have Nikki say a few words.
Thank you. First, I want to thank my family for everybody coming out tonight, also for being very supportive during the campaign season. I know that wasn't easy on any of us, and I really appreciate that. You guys are all so wonderful. I want to thank Commissioner Zur for coming out and swearing me in again. It was such an honor the first time, and it's even more so now. Your tireless commitment to our county is incredible, and it's something that I aspire to. Thank you, Commissioner Sullivan, for coming out and witnessing all of this for us. It's so nice. Congratulations to Ben. I know we worked really hard, and it's very nice to be reelected. And as the mayor said, it is a lot harder the second time, I think mostly because you know what you have to lose. It has been such an honor serving on this council for the past 3 years. I have loved working with everybody up here. It's been such a truly great experience, and I'm so grateful to be reelected and to get to serve for another 3 years. Thank you.
Councilman Pollock?
Thank you. Well, thank you all for coming out tonight. As Nikki said, it really is a great honor to have you all here to be reelected to the Woodcliff Lake Council. As we were preparing to run again and going through all of our campaign material and promises and everything that we made over 3 years ago, it was interesting to see that progress report of the things that we've committed to this community and what we've been able to achieve over the last 3 years. And very proud of the work that this council has done and the things that we've been able to achieve over the last 3 years, and look forward to what we'll be able to do over the next 3 years in this term. As I mentioned at the last meeting, the public very often sees us 12 times a year, once a month, but doesn't see all of the meetings at night during the day, time away from our families, that all of us are contributing and meeting and trying to do the best for Woodcliff Lake. And at times that comes at sacrifice, that comes from time away from our families, not only just doing this job, but also running. So I want to thank my wife and my kids for their ongoing and continued support in giving me the time and space to give back to the town and contribute in more ways than one as a councilman. Thank my family, my mother-in-law, my parents for coming out, making the trek to join us today. Congratulations, Nikki. It was a great and long campaign cycle, but it's always a pleasure running with you and going door to door. I think we walked the town a couple times over, and it's a great opportunity for us to get to meet the residents of Woodcliff Lake and really understand the issues that are affecting our town and what people really are interested in. Want to thank Commissioner Zur and Commissioner Sullivan for coming out and representing the Board of Commissioners. Thank you, County Commissioner Sullivan, for swearing me in again. It's nice doing a part 2 from 3 years ago. But for all of you and for the rest of the council, want to thank you and look forward to a great 2026.
Thank you, Councilman. We're going to take a 5-minute recess in case the kiddies have to go to school tomorrow, and anyone else who'd like to leave or stay, you're more than welcome. 5-minute break.
Roll call, new roll call. Mr. Bolano. Ms. Brodsky. Ms. Margolis. Ms. Marsh. Ms. Pollak. Mr. Stern. And Mayor Rendo.
Here. Motion to open to the public on any comments? Is there first and second? Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? None, motion passes. Mayor, you want to step up?
What town do you live in? That's okay.
That's okay.
Joe, just press the button, the bottom one, the long one.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Now
got
they
it.
can hear you at home.
Okay. I know that we're switching our garbage over to a paid department, and I can understand why, having talked to many of the DPW guys. I mean, we really need those guys out doing other stuff because, and it's hard to get people. A lot of people called me and I'll tell you what they were asking me about, but I know you guys will take care of it. I'll do that first. They said, well, what if I can't get my stuff down to the end? I'm old. I said, call the town hall. They will accommodate you. So I hope I didn't give them unwise things. But the other thing is, it is hard, very hard today. One woman just got really in my face and was yelling. I said to her, I have 4 kids. And I said, all 4 of my kids, they either worked at Tice or they worked at Van Ripers. I said, now, would you let your kids go out and collect garbage in the town? Would you let your kids do that? And it shut her right down, and that is unfortunately the way things are, and as I say, I hope this works out well, and I hope, everybody is safe because, we don't want anybody taking their garbage down and that can't do it and having a lawsuit on our hands. And then the other thing is resolution number 26-16 is Bergen County Community Development Grant of $108,788.22 is going for an ADA compliant bathrooms at the Tice Center here in Wicklow Lake. And I think that's so great. It's going to be just so good for so many of the people we have up here that come to many of the events, and I'm glad to see that we're doing that. And
Mayor, just a correction. It's 108,000, and this is just.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said 180. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Maybe I did. I'm sorry.
No, that's right. No, I just want to clarify. This is for us to apply for it. It's not guaranteed we're going to get this or that amount, but it's the first step. And yes, and I know you and I discussed it when you were here.
Right.
We've been trying to do this for a while. So, there's only a certain amount of money, but we can't get it unless we apply. So, I welcome the council who's been pushing for this for a while now. So
if you need any help with that, I can help you with.
We appreciate that. Yeah, we're hoping that we get at least part of that funded so that we can
that'd be great.
Get that done.
And I wish all of you a very happy and healthy new year.
Thank
You too, man.
So Mayor, we have been receiving phone calls too from residents concerning the new policy. I mean, just maybe 10 minutes before I got here today, I had another resident call me again.
Yeah.
Not again, I mean, there's a new resident calling me. But we've all received these phone calls, and maybe this is something that we need to look into a little bit further or have the council discuss it and see what we could do in terms of accommodations for the seniors and the handicap.
Right.
It's just something I think we all should take a look at.
Mayor, we have discussed it. There will be a policy. People who are disabled, people who have physical limitations, there will be accommodations made.
Yeah, I know you will. You work under the ADA, and that you have to make sure. Yes.
Yeah. And I would also like to add that we've also had Sterling at the curb for recycling for 4 years already.
Pardon?
5 years. 5 years.
Yes.
The private recycling has been at the curb for 5 years, and I believe that we have not received really any complaints about it. So this, I think, once people start doing it, it will become secondhand.
Yeah.
But as Councilman Stern said, that we have discussed a policy, and it will be for those who need extra help.
Yeah, that'd be good because, as I say, we don't need anybody falling and breaking something, and,
We can do that on our own.
Yeah, right. We get enough calls for that.
And just so you know, Mayor, we just lost our one sanitation guy last week. They resigned. That's how hard it's been to keep sanitation people.
Yeah.
So it's this wasn't an overnight
No.
decision. This has been really looked at for at least a year, and it didn't come across lightly.
Yeah.
And it is news, so some folks, but I've spoken to some folks already on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Some folks were not aware, because I asked them, well, what do you do with your recycling? Because it's been like that for almost 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, I go to the ecology center myself. I said, well, do you know that you could take your garbage to the ecology center? They're like, I can? Oh, I might just do that.
Yeah.
So, and that may just be good for some people,
Right.
not for everybody. So
Right.
there will be, some accommodations that need to be made will be made, but,
It's just as long as people that are
it's
disabled.
it's being finalized.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Very good.
Thank you, Mayor.
One thing I also just want to add for the record, because the council's received numerous questions and emails, as the mayor alluded to, with one sort of common thread in almost all of them, and that was a line that was added in the note that went out with these changes in terms of the critical infrastructure that the DPW will now be able to focus on now that they're not going to be doing garbage pickup. And I just wanted to clarify sort of what that critical infrastructure is, why it's important, and sort of how things operate. Today, our sanitation program is comprised usually of our two most junior members of the DPW. They go out 4 days a week in two-person shifts, driving two trucks to pick up garbage. By not having them do this, those are two people that we can put back on the road to do other critical things. What is critical infrastructure? Flushing sewer lines. It is filling potholes, updating street signs. It is repairing our buildings and grounds across the municipality, whether it's flashing or roofing or plumbing issues or gardening or things that need that are needed to keep the municipality running. So this is also a measure so that we don't have to continue to hire more and more people, but how do we make best use of the people that we have today? Another sort of core area that they can focus on is snow removal. That is two more people back on the roads that are able to shovel sidewalks more expediently. We cover all of the borough-owned properties, but how can we get to them faster? This is another mechanism to do that. This is an opportunity for us to open up the ecology center for more hours. We've heard from residents for years that they want that. This is an opportunity for us to explore more bulk pickups. Again, things that we've heard for years. So while this is not necessarily something that the council wanted to necessarily have, as we kind of looked at all the options on the table and what was in the best interest, looking at the success of the recycling program, we can now extend that into the garbage program.
Thank you, Councilman. Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Motion to close to the public? All in favor? None opposed? Motion passes. All right. Mayor's comments. First, I'd like to thank everybody that showed up to listen to my comments. I put so much time today on the plane back from Florida, sitting next to a guy writing my comments and running it through him to see it was okay. But again, thank you for coming and listening. This is my 11th year doing this, and I appreciate everyone that has stood behind us and have supported me in my position as mayor. But this is my 2026 mayor's comments. Welcome to our reorganizational meeting and the beginning of the 2026 mayor council term. For 2026, we welcome to our new council with the re-election of council members Nicole Marsh and Benjamin Pollock. This year's council has worked expeditiously to tackle our continued commitment to meet our constitutional requirements by addressing our affordable housing mandates. We started the year by working with Fair Share Housing and the developers of 188 Broadway. Finally, in June of the year, all parties came to an agreement. The 188 settlement addressed 4 pending litigations that the developers had against the municipality. Those lawsuits were dismissed as part of the agreement. The developer agreed to dismiss those lawsuits and to build 37 apartments and 9 townhomes. The developer agreed to pay the municipality by way of a pilot at 10% of the annual gross revenue in the first 5 years, 11% in the second 5 years, and 12% in the third 5 years of the pilot. The agreement also allowed for a direct payment by the developer of $50,000 into the borough's Park and Recreation Fund. No sooner than we settled our litigation with 188 Broadway, our fourth round affordable housing obligations were thrusted upon us. We had two pending developments coming to the borough, namely the BMW and the Party City building. Our fourth round obligation was required to be met by December 31st of 2025. Council President Josh Stern and Councilwoman Nicole Marsh and I immediately started working on these obligations. Our incredible team of our council representatives, our planner, our Affordable Housing Council, and our auditor we were able to meet our obligations and settle both the BMW and by year's end, the Party City litigation. Although not optimal, we worked with what we had come before us for the best settlement possible. We control the number of units being built by working together with Fair Share Housing and the developers. We agreed to very favorable terms for the municipalities with the developer of the BMW property. Under the agreement, the municipality gains a community benefit payment for 5 years of the construction of the property. The municipality also arranged for a $2 million payment for the development of the Light-Decker House and its surrounding area. The pilot program also benefits the municipality, as estimates show revenue generated by the pilot at approximately $106 million. With time being a factor to meet our December 31st deadline to settle the fourth round requirements, we immediately went to work on the 100 Tice, aka Party City property. Thankfully, we again limited the size of the development from 188 units to 91 units, less than 7.5 units per acre. This development, not a pilot, will double the current amount of taxes that we receive from that property. We are confident that all these developments will bring the municipality much needed revenue without unduly impacting our school district. We've received questions concerning our tactics and why we didn't join the outstanding litigation that's out there by 36 towns in challenging Fair Share Housing and the affordable housing mandates. The council, which I believe rightly decided not to enter that litigation for several reasons. Number one is saving taxpayer money in fighting that litigation. Number two, we looked at this litigation and we made the determination that legally it made no sense to challenge a law that's constitutionally mandated and that our court systems support the current state of the law. So as we predicted, the challengers to the affordable housing mandates lost at every level in the New Jersey state courts. They are proceeding now at the federal level. And although we do hope that they're successful, because if they are successful, we all benefit. Every single municipality in the state of New Jersey benefits, and it benefits us without spending a single dime on this litigation. So we hope that they're successful. But we took the tact of saving that money, encouraging that they proceed with the litigation. Hopefully they become successful so we have some sanity in the state of New Jersey concerning the constant attack on our suburban areas to bring more population, more traffic, and more infrastructure issues to our municipality. So although we believe that we took the right tact, we hope that they're successful in their litigation. The municipality also undertook much needed repairs to our infrastructure. We repaired the crossing at the train station. We saw new streetscapes on Broadway. We addressed our pump stations, and we continued with our road paving program. In May, we opened the much anticipated Woodcliff Park to much fanfare. Over the summer months, thanks to the efforts of our Parks and Recreation Council liaisons, Councilwoman Julie Brodsky and Councilman Chris Bonanno, our Parks and Rec Director Ryan McGee. Events at the park included the Woodcliff Lake Wednesdays, Spring Fest, yoga in the park, and the Mayor's Health Walk. We closed the park for the season after our Christmas tree and menorah lightings. On the public safety front, Councilman Benjamin Pollock and Council President Josh Stern and I worked on the collective bargaining agreement with our police. We hired 3 new police officers and promoted 9 other officers to supervisory positions. Our council kept its commitment to keep our community safe. Towards the end of the year, Councilwoman Jen Margolis and Councilman Chris Bonato worked tirelessly to improve our Department of Public Works services. Faced with the loss of personnel, more responsibilities, and rising costs, our council agreed to outsource our garbage collection to Sterling Hauling. While we are cognizant of our seniors and special needs residents, our new policy will allow the Department of Public Works personnel to address more pressing needs while taking into account the needs of our residents. This policy hopefully will be tweaked in the near future to address those needs. Finally, Woodcliff Lake continues to grow in a good way. We were named by Travel and Leisure as one of the top 10 towns to live in the state of New Jersey. Woodcliff Lake's home values continue to grow to an average home sale price of $1,231,141, a 2% increase over the previous year. Inventory remains low and demand remains high, showing that people love to move to town and stay here. To conclude, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to serve you. I am entering my 11th year as your mayor, and I greatly appreciate the opportunity to serve our community. Thank you and have a happy new year. You could clap. All right. Thank you. All right. Now, selection of council president for 2026. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Is there?
I'd like to.
Who? A motion for who?
I'd like to nominate Councilman Josh Stern.
Is there a second nomination for Mr. Stern? Is there any other nominations? Being none, motion to accept Councilman Stern as the council president for 2026. All in favor? Yes. Any opposed? None? Congratulations. You want to say anything, Josh?
No, I just want to thank everyone for the trust that you're showing me for another year. I do want to talk about something quickly because the mayor started talking about affordable housing, and I noticed we don't have committee reports today. There was, maybe I'm a little too thin-skinned sometimes, there was someone who posted something on Facebook accusing this body of sort of enriching themselves for some of the pilots. I wish they knew how much time and effort we actually put into this stuff, you know, hundreds of hours on a year, how much meager the $5,000 salary is. So I would invite anyone who has questions, certainly get involved. On the affordable housing stuff, there's been some questions about the tack we took about this Montvale lawsuit. I know there's some press that Montvale was granted a hearing in their federal lawsuit. It's just a hearing. Pretty much everybody gets a hearing. It's really nothing to celebrate, A. But B, having looked at some of the filings in the Montvale affordable housing issue, they've committed, they went to what's called session, meaning they could not reach an agreement with Fair Share Housing. It appears that Fair Share Housing is targeting Montvale because of their lawsuit. Surprise, surprise. Montvale has disclosed they will be building somewhere between 400 and 650 units in Montvale over the next 10 years in 3 separate properties. They've also disclosed that they are granting all 3 of those property pilots. I know there were some people who have criticized our use of pilots, but Montvale is using the pilot in the same way we did, which is to get those numbers lower. Fair Share is pushing Montvale for over 1,500 units on those properties. There's a few things which we were able to get into our settlement that Fair Share is objecting to. So to those who question whether or not we should have joined the lawsuit, I would tell them it made sense not to join the lawsuit, that we did not put a target on our back. This was not about grandstanding, but doing what was in the best interest of our town. And I think we had a decent settlement for what we were faced with. We were faced with at least 55 acres of vacant land that came on the market this last year, right? 3 properties, 55 acres. That's a lot of land. We were able to get most of that down to about 7 units an acre. So we should be proud of that. So that's it.
Thank you, Councilman. Okay, appointments of the standing committees, appointments of the non-standing committees, the annual professional appointments, and the mayor's annual appointments and designations to various municipal boards. I hereby appoint every individual listed in those appointments. Yeah, I'm gonna do the land use. Yeah.
Land use board, have the council vote on those committees.
Yeah. Is there a motion to approve those committees? Is there a second? All in favor? None opposed? No, motion passes. Okay, appointment of land use board members. Could I have a motion to appoint Nicole Marsh as a Class 3 member? I think, Nicole, you have to abstain, right? Yeah.
Vote no, I guess.
No. Yeah.
She can say it.
All right, when do we do a roll call?
That's on Ms. Marsh for the Class 3. Mr. Banano? Yes. Ms. Brodsky? Yes. Ms. Margolis? Yes. Ms. Marsh is abstaining, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Pollak?
Yes.
Mr. Stern?
Yes.
Now, motion to, no.
Just your appointment.
Oh, okay, so I'm appointing the rest of people directly. All right, congratulations. Board of Health members, and then motion to approve Board of Health members. All in favor? None opposed, motion passes. Consent agenda, motion to accept the consent agenda. All in favor? None opposed, motion passes. Now, thank you for staying, Pastor Mark. You're up. Yeah.
All right, so it is an honor and a privilege to be here this evening. And so in the writings of my own faith tradition that we consider to be scripture, we're often invited to see ourselves as part of one body. None of us have the skills, resources, or the abilities to live this life alone. We need the gifts of our neighbors to nourish our bodies, our hearts, our minds, and our souls. And while we often act as if one party of the body is more important than the others, we cannot be who we're supposed to be without each other. So, gracious God, let this council model for all of Woodcliff Lake what a commitment to be for one another can really look like. Give to each of them the courage to hold fast to their convictions, the humility to acknowledge when they are wrong, the wisdom to recognize what they don't know, and the grace to learn from those that do. Grant them the kindness to see the sacred in everyone they meet, the patience to cling to the common good, and the strength to endure when conflict comes. And above all, give this assembled body the joy needed to dream together as they live into a holy imagination where love rather than competition is at the center of us all. And so, Holy One, bless their work and their service. May they, with a sense of awe, wonder, and humility, see the sacred and the holy in all those who live and work in Woodcliff Lake. Help them recognize the diverse challenges, worries, joys, and hopes that make up the lives of those they serve. And keep them mindful not only of those who are currently here in Woodcliff Lake, but also all those who will soon be adding their own gifts to this body as our future neighbors. We also ask for your blessing on their families. May the late nights, long phone calls, countless meetings, and never-ending email chains be equaled by the amount of happy memories they make with those who love them. And may this opportunity to be for one another make this community, make this town, make this whole part of northern New Jersey different for the benefit of all who call it home. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor. Motion to adjourn. All in favor? And opposed? Thank you, everyone, for coming. Appreciate it. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to